Hello, 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 my friends. Welcome to Wake Up and Airbrush. My name is Dorothy, and I am one of the beauty experts here at Luminess. Today, we're going to kind of talk about customizing your look. We have some great products that are very easy to use and that really make you have an amazing finish and look and are quick and are fast. Our airbrush spray foundation is a quick go on, quick look, all of the fun things. But sometimes you want to be creative. You want to customize your foundation, customize the color, and really just have fun with your look. Hey, Jeannie, good to see you. Come on in, say hi, let me know where you're from. And this little Bad Mama Jamma or our Icon Pro really helps you customize your look. Hey, from Virginia Beach. Hello, Andrea. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. So, we're going to talk about customizing your look, customizing the finish of your foundation, customizing the coloring, all of the fun stuff. The great thing about the Breeze Duo system or the Icon Pro system is it's not just a one-stop shop. Like our airbrush spray foundation is super easy, super simple, but it's kind of a one-stop shop. All you're getting is your foundation, and it's easy and it's beautiful. But if you want to be able to change your shades, customize your look, do eyeshadow, you're from Utah, Jeannie. I didn't know that. Thanks for letting us know on that. If you want to be able to customize it, this right here is your jam. This right here is how you get that done, is you use the Breeze or the Icon. So today we're going to talk about customizing our look and creating it to be what we want. Now, look, I am very fair, and I am actually going to do a demo a little bit later on our airbrush spray tan. And so I'm going to film all that, do a process with that so you can kind of see it in a time lapse. But I today am going to lean into a tanner look without having tanned first. And when I say that, what I mean is with the Breeze, I'm going to use my foundation. I am also going to use a blush that kind of works as a bronzer too and customize it. Roxy, you have a question. What is the difference from the normal airbrush from the pro airbrush? Okay, so if you are talking on the airbrush, let me grab it real quick. If you were talking about the Icon system right here, the Icon normal one has one speed and blows at a certain level, and the Icon Pro has two speeds. I also believe that the Icon Pro's stylus is just a hair different, not much, just a little bit. And so that's what you're looking at, is the difference in the speed and the availability to be able to use two speeds versus one speed. So I think that's what the difference is on that. The same with the Airbrush Breeze. You have the Breeze single speed and the Breeze dual speed. You'll see the little dots. And let me see if you can hear it. That's a single. That's this double. So it just blows a little bit harder, and you'll need that for certain serums. You'll need that for like our hair things. You'll need that for things that are just need a little bit extra push out there. So come on in, say hi, like this, love this, and share this if you don't mind. We would appreciate it. Okay, let's get started on our demo. I have the Breeze here. Now, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to prime, because your girl needs all the help she can get. I am over 50, and anything that makes my foundation last a little longer, look a little better, helps the skin look the best, I'm going to do it. So I am using the moisturizing primer, and I'm going to put everything in this. All of this is all that this tool, and that's what this is. This is a tool. It's all I need to do a whole face. And so I'm going to customize this to be exactly what I want. And remember, 4-finger whisk away. Now with the primer, you can probably, alter that just a little bit if you want to. we're not dealing with color on this primer. We're actually dealing with a primer. And so we have a little bit of flexibility on where we place that. Now, one of the things we do not have to worry about when we are using this is I don't have to clean in between all of my products, which is really nice. So I've primed that quick, that easy. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my foundations. You know what? How about, yeah, I'm going to use my foundations. I was going to do the blush first, but I'm using a more natural blush today. And so with that, I think I will go a little bit lighter with that and do my foundation. So Silk 2-in-1, this actually comes in your kit right here. And you should get 2 colors. Right now, I'm doing the 20 and the 30. And I'm actually going to use about equal parts of those. That's the beauty of this particular tool. I get to customize my foundation. If I want it to be a little fair, then I'll go with just 20. If I am wanting a little bit more warmth, then I'll add 30. If I just want my natural color and anything in between, I get to customize that coloring. And that is a fun, beautiful thing. Yeah, I don't know, Jeannie, why Facebook, maybe their algorithm is acting wonky. Maybe go in and like and unlike the page. Maybe it'll refresh it and that'll update it. I'm not sure why they don't send out the notifications. So, but thank you for letting me know that, Jeannie. Okay, so I put in the silk and I call this making trips around the world because this is our world. Like we think here, we live here. So when you are airbrushing, remember we're going to do the basics. 4-finger whisk away. And we're always going to start moving. And we're going to make trips around the world. We should be able to make 3 trips around the world with this. If you are not, you're probably pulling too hard on this trigger. And this trigger is much more sensitive than the icon trigger. So remember that. If you're upgrading from an icon to the Breeze, you're going to need to do some more trigger training because the difference on the stylus pullback is different. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and I am just going to, again, making my trips around the world. What most people want to do is they want to get that opaque coverage in one little pass, in one trip. And the way this formula works is it heats with your skin. And once it heats with your skin, it expands on your skin. So you actually have to give it time and room to expand on your skin for it to be that coverage that you're looking for. So I did 3 trips around the world, and now I still, I have a little bit of residual in there, but there's nothing sitting in there. One of the things I do like to do, let me turn it off. It is on a timer, just so you guys know it is on a timer and it will come off. For my under eyes, I customize and I use eraser. That is my favorite concealer, and I'm looking for it right now. I know I have it. Here it is, right? Yeah, that's eraser. I love eraser as my, oh, Jeannie, you said Facebook just sent the notification. It was a little behind today. Maybe Facebook needed another cup of coffee to get going on time today. So I am going to use eraser as my concealer. And I have a new one. Sorry, I should have opened it beforehand, guys. Forgive me for not being completely prepared. Eraser is one of our concealers that go under the eyes, and I really do it. Now, here is what you're going to find. I have recessed eyes as well as dark pigmentation. So I got, it's the darkness, but they're also recessed back. So I am going to put my eraser in here, and guess what else I'm going to do? I am going to add glow to it, which if you know our products, glow is an illuminator. And glow really helps reflect against the light. And so that is where, like, when people use lighter colors under the eyes, they want their eyes to, seem to be coming out. That is what glow does. Glow adds that little bit. Yes, Roxy, you are so right. Glow can also be used in your formula of foundation if you want it to, as can Love. So you're absolutely right. That is the best part about having the airbrush systems and Breeze and all of that is the fact that it can be customized. So I'm going to use eraser not just under my eyes, but in any areas I want a little bit of extra coverage and highlight. And remember, I'm going to do about 4-finger whistle away, pulling back very lightly on the trigger. And under the eyes, I'm going to tilt it down. So I feel that air right underneath here, okay? So I'm just practicing so I can feel the air. And so now I'm going to barely pull back, and it's going to have a little bit more, see, that's a little bit more power there than what you're going to see with the foundation because it's a higher pigment. And I am just going to give that a little bit of space to do its job. I'm going to come in where I know I like a little bit more coverage, or for me, where I would naturally highlight is where I'm going to add my eraser as well as my glow. Ooh, I got a little hot spot there. So look, guys, if you do a little hot spot, which means you didn't move it fast enough, we all do it. Even the pros do it, okay? You can tap it out with your finger, or you can even take a little light fluff brush and just do your little tap out. That's one of the techniques I like for around the eyes. And since I'm a brush girl, I prefer to use brushes to just gently tap and disperse that pigment whenever I make a boop and need to move it just a little bit. Do you see how that just softened that up? And we all do it. It's not a big deal if you pull back just a little too hard, or if you stay in one place too long, or if you have a little bit more in one area than you want or need. It is okay. It is easy to fix. All you have to do is gently just move it a bit and create the look that you want. So it's okay to come in and do that. You can either use your fingers. Heather taught us for years and years to just tap it out, tap it out. I loved that was how she said it. I loved that was, the way she used it. I tap it out, but I tap it out with a little fluff brush because I'm a brush girl, and that's just how I like it. Can we just be honest? I like my brushes as a makeup artist. They work for me. Okay, so now let's go in. Here is one of the things that is very interesting to me. I'm going to come in with blush, but I'm not going to create a blush look, okay? I am actually going to come in with our blush that is, it's called Natural. It's very bronze, very natural looking, and I am going to use that as a bronzer on my face because, and I'm, again, not cleaning anything out just yet. I'm just going to come in. Now, remember, the blushes that we have, guys, are super pigmented. So 3 to 4 drops are probably going to give you what you need. But I'm going to use this brush like a bronzer. So I'm going to hit it here, and I'm going to do a little bit down the middle, and I'm actually probably going to do it underneath here just to give me that contour. I know, right? That's a little different. But I get to customize. I get to create a look I like and a look I love. And that's what I'm doing. So 4-finger whistle away. You're going to come in. I'm going to hit the top of my cheekbone with it and go up into there. I'm going to hit the top of my cheekbone here. And remember, this is very natural, very neutral. And then I'm going to come down my T-zone because it's a little bit of a bronze for me, because I'm fair. And so where you would peach that up, that is where. So if you take a look, and as Heather used to always say, give it time to bloom, right? I'm giving that time to bloom. So I'm going to come on in and just put my natural there and get under my chin, just right in that area, and let it bloom. This is going to give me that natural bronzed sun-kissed look that's not too much, not too heavy. I just look like I have a little bit of a natural blush and a little bit of a natural bronze right here on that nose, on that tip. And I've just been out in that sun. And I don't have a bronzed face look. Like, that's not a thing for me. So you'll see. Now, what happens if it gets to be too much? I'll show you. It's okay. So while I'm doing my eyes, letting all of this kind of rest, heat with my skin, giving it all just kind of a look that I want. Let me take a look at my mirror because I did this, guys, without seeing anything. I don't have a mirror on. So I did it blind. Do I have the coverage I like? I think I'll do one more half pass. And when I say half pass, I mean just little bit right here and right there. I have some breakouts on my chin. I don't know if you can see them. I'm sure they're hormonal. We're not going to talk about hormones, but I'm going to put 4 more drops of foundation of my 20 in. Again, get to customize my look. I'm going with a little bit more of a bronze look, but I do feel like I need a little bit more coverage right here. So I'm just going to come in with my Silk 20, add that little bit of coverage where I feel like I need it. And I don't know why I always want more coverage on the bottom half of my face. It's the oddest thing. Most people don't need coverage right here, but I do. I feel like that's the place on my face that needs the most coverage. Most people want more coverage here. And I do like coverage there, but again, I get to customize my look with the amount of coverage, with the sheen, and the look that I want with it. Okay, so since we are now here and doing this, let's go ahead and I am going to do my eyes. But what I am going to do in the meantime, I'm going to put my Tip Top Cleaner in here. I'm going to turn it on real quick, and I'm going to back bubble and just kind of let it sit. I'm just going to let it sit there while I do my eyes. So while I'm doing my eyes, I wanted to tell you guys, there are new products fixing to drop. New products. Who's excited about new products? Huh? Yeah, I am for sure. So one of the products that I went into headquarters yesterday for some meetings, and they just dropped yesterday. Yesterday, guys, they just dropped the Airbrush blurring powder. Now look, I am not an advocate for powdering. I'm just not. Once I get to a certain age, I am like, do we really need powder? I don't know that I have enough moisture in my skin for powder. What is that? And so I was kind of like, guys, I don't know how I feel about us having a powder. Y'all, this powder is the best. So let me tell you how I judge powder. Especially powder maybe that you need around your eyes and are going to use around your eyes. The powder has to smoke. That means that the powder is ground so fine and is milled so fine that when you shake it, you can see the smoke come out. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it on camera. I'm going to shake it again. And I'm going to take the lid off. Do you see the smoke? This is the new Airbrush Blur Powder. I was so excited to get to try it. And I'm going to tell you guys, it is amazing. It is one of my favorites now. Wow. Okay, that was a lot. Did y'all just see me do that? Let me go in and lighten that up. This right here, just so y'all know, is another one of ours that are about to drop. I'm testing the pigments. I didn't tell y'all that I was doing that. And apparently this eyeshadow pigment is a very pigmented, and which is great. So let's go in and just blend that away. So here's what I know. Our second sneak peek release that I was going to share with y'all is super high pigmented, and a little bit will go a long way. Yeah. So first, I had to correct that, y'all. So first, let's talk about the powder. If you are wanting and love to powder, need to powder under your eyes, need to do anything of that nature, this is the powder for you. It is inexpensive as far as powder goes. Being in the makeup world, I can tell you that powders can get a little pricey out there, and this is an inexpensive powder. So if you need a great powder, run and go get it now. It's less than $20. Yeah, I had to rock it away, Jeannie, but I want to show you. This is the next. This isn't available yet, okay? So just know this isn't available yet. But if you love neutral eyeshadows and you like options and you like super high pigmented, this is coming your way. I'm going to actually use this color as a liner. I'm going to just pop that in the middle right here. There we go. I use eyeshadow as eyeliner all the time, just so you know. This is the sneak peek. It is not yet available, but it is coming in about 2 weeks. This is the Nude and Naughty Palette 2.0. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Nude and Naughty Palette. And actually, this was the one I stuck it in. And you saw how deep it is. So remember, when you go to use these, it is very, very saturated, and it comes with a great dual-ended brush. Oh, Jeannie, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's coming in 2 weeks. And so be ready to grab your Nude and Naughty palette. Okay, one last thing I'm going to do. I want to show you how this powder works under the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put just a little bit of a traditional highlighter concealer there so that you can see it blended out and see how, when we use this new powder, it works under the eyes and you can see all of the good stuff. Thank you guys for coming in, saying hi. Let me know where you're from. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the likes and the loves. Y'all are always so sweet and so kind. I appreciate it. Okay, so we now have, yes, a quality powder and quality pigments. Look, I don't like light pigmented stuff. I would rather have to soften it down than pack on a pound of whatever. Okay, this is, hi, Miss Cook, I see ya. Okay, this is the new Blur powder. Now, I want you to watch. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some of it and I am going to apply that. Because it is so fine, it comes in so light and makes it to where any of those imperfections, any of those pores that are sitting there. Oh, you're so kind, Miss Cook. Thank you for all the love. Really just blurs out. So just look how soft this side looks now in comparison to this one. It just softened the whole look. Now look, I told you, I am not a fan of powders. I'm just not. I don't want anything heavy. But this was softened just with that light powder dusting, where this is still not as soft. And I am all about having a very soft, subtle look. I don't want anything heavy on my skin. I don't want anything making me look older. I just want it soft and polished. And I very rarely use powder under my eyes because I don't need it to get crepey. But this I would use under my eyes because it is so thin and so fine. So if you are looking for a translucent powder that is super fine, super easy, does not settle in the crypts and the crevices under your skin, the new Airbrush Blur Powder is your go-to. I am just going to tell you, it's fabulous. Alrighty. Oh, you're so sweet, Cook. You're so sweet. Thank you for your loves. Thank you for your lives. Do, Andrea, girl, you know me oh so well. You know me oh so well. Do you then still buff after applying? Yes, I do. For me, that is a must. I actually am going to buff after I put my mascara on. And I intentionally waited to put my mascara on till I powdered under the eyes, just in case any of it got on my lashes. It would kind of act as a primer, you know? And you can do that, guys. I don't know if you know that or not. You can add some powder right in around your eyes and it'll kind of get on your lashes and it can kind of be a little bit of a primer there. It'll dry out some of the oils in your lashes, just like if you put powder in your hair. But I did that so that I wouldn't have to go up back if I got some of that onto my lashes, so that I wouldn't have to go back and, you know, put another coat on and cover up the powder. Because you can only control powder so much. Loose powder, you can only control so much. So I'm going to go in but yes, Andrea, to answer your question, I am still going to buff. For me, buffing at the very end is a polishing act. And I do wait till the very end because I want everything to heat up with my skin. I want everything to chemically react and respond as it needs to. And then that way, if there's any excess that I don't need, I can buff it off and I have just the amount that I need as it works with my skin. Now, hear me, guys. When you buff, buffing is a light action, okay? Buffing is not like on a car where you're trying to buff wax off. Buffing is very light. It's a feather light action. So I will come in with this buffing brush and I will simply just make sure that everything is soft and buffed, and any excess powder that may or would have like been a little bit too much or hadn't got really blended well or whatever is just softly blended and done. That's it. That's the buffing. And that natural foundation just kind of gave a little bit of a contour, very light, very natural. I used it in my T-zone as a little bit of a bronzing color. And that is the great thing about the Breeze. If you love to be able to customize things, this is your jam. This is your jam. Okay, last but not least, let's put on some lips. So one of the things that I did go and do yesterday was, while I was at headquarters, I went in. Have y'all tried their lip stains? Guys, they are insane. They are insane. Right here, let me see, what is this? Forever, yeah. They are insane. This lip stain, I tested it. It stays on. Ain't no joke. Now, there is a trick to it that I want to tell you about because it's pretty liquidy, pretty sheer. But this stays. And I am very much a one application kind of girl. Now, I do tinted lip balms a lot. Y'all know that. Just for my moisture of my skin or moisture of my lips. But this color is amazing and beautiful. What color is this? Tame. I'm going to tame the beast. I'm going to be tame today. Unlike my shirt, my lips are going to be tame. But when you go to put on this lip stain, okay, it's pretty thin. Yep, chain stain. They are out of stock, girl. It works on everyone you know. Okay, well, I will look to see. They had a couple in there, but I got one of each just so I could be able to come in and talk to you guys about it. This is the same color as my natural lip color, so it's got a little bit of the coloring in it. But as you get older, you lose some of the definition of your lip shape. So if you wanted to come in with a very natural light lip color, this is it. This is actually almost identical to my natural lip color. So I think that one will be going into my purse. Now, if you wanted to come back in and define this just a hair with a little bit of a lip liner, you totally could, or you could just wear it like this. Just a little bit of depth on that lip liner. A little bit of depth on that. And I didn't press hard. I just ever so lightly. And honestly, depending upon how this dries, because most long wear lip liners have a little bit of a drying effect. It doesn't matter what kind it is. It's just what it is in the formulas. Depending upon how well that works, I will let you know if I have to add a gloss or a chapstick or something on that. But customizing your look is so easy, guys. So easy. So just know that one of the things that we've decided that if you want to be able to be creative, customize your look, have one tool for your whole face, then your icon and your Breeze is that tool. If you like it super simple, they've got the Airbrush Spray Foundation for you, and it is super simple, super easy to use. And so go ahead and just pick the formula and pick the tools that work best for you. I love being able to change my foundation up, change my sheen up, whether I want to go matte, whether I want a little bit of glow, whether I want a little bit of bronze. Like, I like the idea of being able to do all that. And so for me, that is gold that I can do that. And so just know that as you go, it is going to be the easiest tool to change up your color and your look. When will I be going on vacay? Andrea, I wish I was going on vacay, girl. I don't know that I'm going on vacay anytime soon. That is not one of those things that is in my foreseeable future just yet. I have a wedding coming up in November, so any vacays this year are officially put on hold for a wedding in November. That's my vacay. Jeannie, it matches your lips also. At first, it dried your lips to the touch. So some chapstick. When it dries all the way, though, it adjusts. Okay. And I could see, like, before, as you're using a long wearing formula, try not to do that. Try not to push your lips together before it completely dries. What that does is this formula is wanting to dry naturally on your lip, but if you rub it together like you would a normal lipstick, it'll actually pull that formula up off your lip and make it a little, break it down a little bit more. So give it plenty of time to dry before you add chapstick, before you do any rubbing in, before you do any of that stuff, okay? So this is my version of my natural bronze, skin, natural blonde, all of that. Oh, aren't I going to Florida? Okay, so Andrea, my daughter lives in Florida. And so I don't know when I'm going to Florida. My daughter lives there. My youngest daughter just came back from visiting there. It was funny. We're supposed to be having like a tropical disturbance over here where we're at. And they're talking about a hurricane coming through. And my oldest daughter said, hey, you need to evacuate to Florida to come visit. So if I go, I'm sure it'll be in the next few months. But I don't know that I'll be going to Florida before the wedding. Again, all my nickels and dimes are going into a wedding, so I don't know that I'll be flying out anytime soon. Okay, my friends, if you have any questions, please let me know. Jeannie, you're so kind. Thank you for that. You are one of the sweetest hearts out there. And Jeannie always gives out compliments all the time. But if you are looking to customize your look, if you are looking to have your look be a little bit different, anytime you want it to be, oh, I changed, look at that. I ended up changing my whatever. If you want your look to be a little bit different, you want the ability to customize your formula. If you want the ability to customize your color, if you want the ability to do your eyeshadow, do your blush, do your primer, do all of the things, add an illuminator, add a bronzer, add a contour. Like if you want a one tool stop, your Breeze or your Icon is that tool. And that is why it is such a wonderful, wonderful item. Beautiful gift to give out, and honestly, a great deal. So let us know if you have any questions. Find and join us over at Luminess Live. We are there to answer all of your questions. We have beauty experts there. We have beauty experts on the phone. We have beauty experts via chat. So come on in, ask your questions, and let us help you create a look you can love. And remember, guys, the most beautiful thing you can do is to be kind. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. I'll see you next time.